Alright guys, tonight we're going to be talking about units of time. So we talked about units of length, units of weight, units of volume and capacity, and now we're going to talk about units of time. And time units can be converted just like the units that we've talked about so far with our double T-chart strategy, okay? So first we're just going to talk about what are the units of time. What are they, okay? So let's go ahead and put our title of our journal entry is units of time. Units of time. All right. And we're just going to say, you know, that this equals this, this equals this, this equals this. We're just going to go kind of following that pattern. So let's talk about just one thing at a time. First, let's talk about, you know, minutes, hours, days, weeks, months, and go that route first. So we know that 1 minute equals 60 seconds, right? We know that 1 hour, and I'm just going in order from least to greatest, right? Seconds is the smallest, then minutes, then hours. And 1 hour is equal to how many minutes? 60 minutes. Okay? And then the next one would be 1 week. 1 week is equal to how many days? 7 days. This is like first grade stuff, y'all. We're just going to go a little bit deeper into it. 1 week equals 7 days. 1 month equals how many weeks? About 4, right? So about 4 weeks. Okay, so that's our first set, and that's, you know, that's basic. That is straight up first grade. You've learned all that. But it's really important that you remember, especially this one right here, that 1 hour equals 60 minutes and 1 minute equals 60 seconds when we start doing elapsed time. And we'll start that tomorrow night. So let's go ahead and get into the next set, which would be that it's about a year, right? So 1 year equals several things. It can equal, and these all are equal to a year, right? 12 months. 1 year is also equal to how many weeks? 52 weeks. And a year is equal to how many days? 365 days. And then there's something special called a leap year, okay? And we had a leap year this year, actually. So every 4 years, we have a leap year. So 1 leap year, leap year, is different than a regular year because it has 366 days. All right? And then finally, we're going to talk about, you know, different amounts of years add up to be different things as well. So we have a decade, a century, and a millennium. And we briefly talked about these in one of your classes on Friday. I can't remember which one because we just got into that discussion. But we have a decade, a century, and a millennium. So we have 1 decade. We have 1 century. And we have 1 millennium. Okay, a decade. So I want you to, let's pull out some root words here. Let's pull this out right here. Ooh, what does deca mean? Deca. Deca, deca, deca. What does that mean? It means 10. So a decade is how many years do you think? 10 years. 10 years, because a decade, deca, means 10. All right, what about cent? What does cent mean? Think about how many cents are in a dollar. Cents. Cent. The root word cent means 100. 100. Okay? So a century, how many years do you think that is equal to? 100 years. 100 years. And then finally, millennium. I see milli, kind of. There's kind of an E there, so we'll just pick out the mil. What does that mean? What does that root mean? It means 1,000. Think about, there's 1,000 millimeters in a meter, right? So a millennium equals 1,000 years. So you guys actually haven't ever seen a millennium, and you will never see a millennium unless you live to be 1,000 years old. But I was born in 1990, so I saw the millennium of us changing from the 1900s, right, the 1,000 millennium, into the 2000s millennium. So that was pretty cool. But those are our units of time. That's it. How cool is that? We're done. But we're not really done because now we're going to do conversions. So I want you to keep this handy, okay, and we're going to go ahead and just start. We're going to convert a couple of those. I'll come talk to you in just 1 second. Okay. I know. Okay, so we're going to just do some time conversions, so that's what you can label this as. Sorry, y'all, Miss Antoine came to talk to me for a second. So time conversions. Oops, sorry, you can't see that. Time conversions. So we convert time the same exact way we convert regular measurement, other units of measurement. So we're going to go ahead and draw our what? Double T chart, right? Let's go ahead and do that. And we're going to have, let's say I want to do how many weeks in 742 days. How many weeks are in 742 days? So I'm going, what am I looking for? It tells me how many what? How many weeks, right? So how many weeks? So that's what I'm going to put on the right, weeks. And what am I given? I'm given some number of days. So that's going to go on the other side. And then our rule goes in the middle. All right, so first I need to find out which one's bigger. Which one's bigger? Is a day bigger, or is a week bigger? Which one's bigger? A week is bigger, right? So I'm going to put my 1 under a week, and then how many days are equal to that week? Let's go ahead and flip back to our other journal entry. How many days are in a week? 7, right? 7 days are in a week. How do I get from 7 to 1? I'm going to divide by 7. And 7 divided by 7 equals 1. So now I'm going to plug in my number of days, 742 divided by 7. All right, so let's go ahead and do that over here. 742 divided by 7. How many groups of 7 can I get out of 7? 1. 7 times 1 is 7. 7 minus 7 is 0. Bring down my 4. How many groups of 7 can I get out of 4? 0, right? 7 times 0 is 0. 4 minus 0 is 4. Bring down my 2. How many groups of 7 can I get out of 42? Well, 7 times what equals 42? That should be a ding, ding, ding in your head that there is a multiple of 7 that equals 42. 7 times 6 equals 42. So let me put that right here. 42 minus 42 is 0. So 742 days is equal to 106 weeks. So you see, we can convert time just like we convert any other unit of measurement, right? So let's do another one. do one more of these. So let's just do okay. So we've got, let's say how many days are in 8 leap years? How many days are in 8 leap years? So I'm going to draw my double T chart. Right? And I'm going from what to what? What am I looking for? I'm looking for the number of days. That's going to go on the right. And then what are they giving me? They gave me some number of leap years. Well, which one's bigger, a day or a leap year? Which one's a longer amount of time? Well, a leap year is, right? So I'm going to put my 1 under that leap year. And then how many days is a leap year equal to? Let's go back to our journal entry. Not that journal entry, Ms. Hargrove. Okay, let's come down here. How many days is a leap year equal to? 366. So how do I get from 1 to 366? I'm going to multiply times 366, right? Okay, so now I need to plug in my number, which is 8. They gave me 8 leap years, so I'm going to put the 8 under the leap years, and I'm going to multiply it by 366. So let's come over here. 366 times 8. 6 times 8 is 48. 8 goes down, 4 goes up. 6 times 8, again, 48. Plus 4 equals 52. 2 goes down, 5 goes up, cross that off. 3 times 8 is 24, plus 5 equals 29. So 8 leap years is equal to 2,928 days. All right, I hope that's clear, guys. We'll work more with that tomorrow, and then we'll have some elapsed time practice tomorrow night. All right, thanks for watching, guys. Have a good night.